This video is called "In Defense of Ohio State Football." Okay, so we're looking at their schedule. As far as like sentimental teams, they beat a We Are Marshall team, and of course Michigan State, hated rival. Number 3 Oregon at the time, of course, who's now number 1. Number 3 Penn State, who absolutely despises the Buckeyes. Purdue, that's another rival. Northwestern, that's Michigan again. Okay, they beat number 5 Indiana. We got the Hoosiers take a national championship in both sports next year. And then they lose to in-state rival, but that's a completely meaningless game. Okay? That game's just not to spoil the Ohio State-Oregon upset that's coming. Right? Like, they don't need that played prematurely. So just let Penn State go take that whooping. And then have people fade them, going into the playoffs as well. But, like, Michigan's season was completely over. In my opinion, Ohio State is for sure winning the game next year. I don't think they win the national championship next year, maybe, but I definitely think they win the game. And I got the Hoosiers winning. But then number 7 Tennessee is who's coming up next. Now, Tennessee is number 1 school of interest heading into this season because that's where Jimmy Haslam went to school. That's where his dad went to school. Obviously, Peyton Manning, in quotes, broke the curse of Bobby Lane with the ritual. And then we've got Hendon as a Lions quarterback winning the Super Bowl next year. Right? So, and that, to me, that's why the Browns, like if the Browns could choose, like who's going to win the Super Bowl over them, it's like, oh, it's going to be the Tennessee, make it the Tennessee guy. You know what I mean? Like, we want some Ohio State guys on board as well, of course. Some UVA guys for the Wahoo connection. We'll get deeper into the Wahoo connection later. But yeah, basically, you got, so Ohio State has wins against 2 top 5 teams. They played 3 top 5 teams in a single year. Took 2 out of 3. That ain't bad at all. And Indiana was undefeated, right? And their only loss of the season is Michigan by 3 points in a game that you really want to question how much those players wanted to win that game. Like, Michigan's not even that good. What does it even really mean? And like, then we just got to go play Oregon. That sucks, right? So definitely a game to throw if you're going to throw one. Coach doesn't have much time at all, but something too fun not to talk about. So they're saying Bill Belichick's been interviewing for the North Carolina job. Bill Belichick doesn't read to me as a college coach whatsoever. He wants to win on the highest level. He doesn't want to deal with kids. That just doesn't seem right at all. So I think that's just smoke. Now, what I think is actually going on, of course, is that Bill Belichick's going to come back to the Cleveland Browns, but I started having some ideas of who he might bring with him. And I think you'll like what I thought of. Okay, so let's see. He's very surprised he hasn't heard from NFL teams. So the Browns are going to be first up on the firing list if they're doing the firing. So if they're smart, they'd fucking axe Stefanski as soon as the fucking season's over. Right? And already be talking to Bill. Fuck the laws and the rules, right? Like, so Bill should absolutely be tapped. There's no way he doesn't want to get redemption for the only stain on his entire resume, in my opinion, right? And prove the Patriots wrong in the process. So, and the Patriots are like kind of bouncing back this year. They might be back in the mix next year too. Browns on the schedule, right? Or even in the playoffs, who knows? I could totally see that. Yeah, so that's one of my predictions. I got the Browns beating the Patriots, because why not? Now, let's see. I might have gone too far. Oh my goodness, there's a bunch of stuff I want to do in another video. Okay, we'd already did the playoff bracket. Sorry about this. Here we go. Good friends Chip Kelly and Bill Belichick go way back. Okay? So I was thinking about Chip Kelly because, that's who tapped into Foles. Okay? And got the 7-touchdown game. And, of course, the Eagles fired him. But he's our Ohio State coordinator right now. And after he does really well, and if Ohio State wins a national championship, could you see Bill Belichick elevating him to the Browns offensive coordinator? So that's who I got there. And then, if you'll remember, Chip coached at Oregon, so he's going to know a lot about this Oregon team. Like, yeah, they only lost by 1 point, but he'll if anybody knows how to get that 1 point back, it's Chip Kelly. Okay? And then As far as like who may be defensive coordinator, Nick Saban. He is our Dolphins connection, and he coached at Michigan State, and he coached for the Browns before.